Welcome, friends. I have a little co-worker today. Welcome to Vermont Stitchy Co. My name is Chelsea. I'm going to put him down. This is my Flosstube number 6. Today is March 12th. Today's the 12th, and it's the 6th YouTube video, Flosstube video today. My name again is Chelsea. I am the owner, designer, creator, pattern maker, and shop owner of Vermont Stitchy Co. on Etsy. And you can follow me on Instagram at Vermont Stitchy Co. That's all one word. And so yes, welcome. It is a beautiful day today here in southern Vermont. I'm looking out my window and it's sunny, but it's cold. It feels like 35 today. Yesterday we got up into the low to mid 60s, which here in Vermont, that is short sleeve weather. So it was really lovely outside yesterday, and it's really nice today. The snow is melting. Our backyard is still full of snow, but it's slowly melting. It's not on the roof anymore, so that's nice. So yes, welcome. For those of you who are new to my channel, I just want to say hello. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy what you see. If you do, please give a thumbs up and a like. For those of you who are returning to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today, for continuing with me on my journey as I move through Flosstube and learn how to be an Etsy shop owner. You know, this is new for me. 2025 was a big year for me personally, stepping out of my comfort zone. So this is part of my journey. So thank you to everybody. Those of you who have subscribed, it really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. You know, as I've said before, it's just me, little old me. I don't think that, or I used to think that people just didn't care what I had to say, but clearly you guys like it, so I really appreciate it. As I said in the last video, once we hit 50 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway to 5 people. You can choose any pattern that's on my Etsy shop for free. You don't have to pay for it, so help me get to that 50 if you can. If you like what you see, please like the thumbs up button. I did some Googleizing. I went on Google and I checked, and the thumbs up, the like button on YouTube is really helpful for YouTubers to help get people to see it, and it pops up in the algorithms more. So because it's a Flosstube, it'll pop up in more people who enjoy watching Flosstube. So when you like it, it actually does something. It's not just, you know, for me and my ego or whatever. It actually does something for the algorithm. So it would be really helpful if you did like it to like, and if you're not a subscriber, to please subscribe, because that means a lot and it helps my channel grow. Okay, so let's get into what I did last week. These are brand new glasses. I told you that I was hoping last week that my new glasses would be picked up. I learned I had an astigmatism, so when I first put them on, no dizzy, no anything, no headaches or anything. My eyes were a little bit surprised at at not having to work so hard. I could tell really quickly, like, oh my God, I can actually see, and you know, I can see far away. Not everything is blurry, so that's been really nice. But especially night driving, I used to have a really hard time driving at night because the lights would just be 2 really big starbursts that have melded into one, so I couldn't actually see individual headlights. It was just one big headlight on a car. Same with the brake lights. So now I can see the individual headlights, and it's not big starbursty. It is a little starbursty because I don't have anti-glare on my glasses. I chose not to get that, but it's night and day. It's amazing how lovely it is to see, to be able to see. Yeah, and my eyes aren't straining, so that's really nice too. I'm not getting as many headaches, which is lovely. I hate headaches. Sorry about the dogs barking. Somebody's going by, the FedEx person's going by, and my neighbor's dog needs to let them know what's up. what else did I do last week? Oh, I've got 2 more glasses that are coming. One pair is of sunglasses, and I took a pair of frames that I already had with my old prescription, and I gave it in and asked if they could, you know, update those. They're one of my favorite glasses, so they said they would, so that's exciting. So that they're ready now. I just have to decide when I want to go get it. I've been doing a lot of driving these past 7 days, so I might hold off for a little bit. Oh, a big thing that happened, you all know that I work from home. I'm lucky enough to work from home, and I'm very grateful to work from home. But working from home sometimes has its downsides. You know, I'm not as social as I should be. I'm an introvert. But my computer or my laptop of 8 years died. Yesterday, no, 2 days ago on Monday, it died. Worked fine for work all day long, thank goodness. But when I took it downstairs, 'cause I like to change rooms to give my brain and mind a bit of a break. So this is my office, and I like to go downstairs to cross stitch in the afternoon, and just, you know, have something up on the TV and just cross stitch. My computer kept restarting. It wouldn't hold anything. I took it into the local place. He plugged it in, and of course it was perfectly fine. And then I brought it home, and it kept restarting. And I put it in the living room, so I thought, okay, well, maybe the living room is the problem for whatever reason. I don't know why. Then I brought it upstairs back into my office, and it held its charge, but I was concerned that it would be a problem. And good thing that I was concerned, because so I went out, my husband and I went out, we dropped a lot of money on a computer, which I had an anxiety attack about on the way home, and I was like, we need to return it, we can't afford this, I can just suck it up and, you know, whatever. But he was like, no, you need this. And he was right, because as I was setting up my computer, trying to take my personal information from the laptop and put it on this new computer that I have, it was dying. So that made it a little bit more difficult. Now it definitely can't hold a charge, but I'm keeping the computer just in case I need any files off of it. But most of my files are on my new one. I got a Mac Mini, which is just a box. And this is not a sponsorship for Apple. I am not sponsored by Apple. I'm not very happy with them right now, but I like Macs because they last close to 10 years, where PCs don't. Excuse me. And so I got a Mac Mini, which is basically just a box. It's just like the information, like, I don't know what it's called. It's just the box. There's no monitor. So I bought a separate monitor. It's a curved, what brand is it? Acer monitor. Again, I'm not a sponsor for Acer. I just liked the curved look because I work from home. I was using 2 separate screens, and I kept turning my head to see both screens, even though they were really close together. My neck kept moving in weird ways. So I got a curved screen by Acer, and so I have the Mac Mini, which is just the box, and it's plugged into the monitor, the Acer monitor. So all of the system is a Mac. It's just the monitor happens to be an Acer. So it's a pretty cool thing, and it was actually a little bit cheaper, and I have more storage space, and like it's a little bit faster than if I would have gotten the Mac that I wanted. I wanted it wasn't the laptop, it was the ones that were all color. They're really giant and they're big, and they have different colors. I wanted the pink one, but the cost and it only had like 8 gigs. The price range that I was able to afford only had 8 gigs. This one has a lot more. This one has like 16 gigs. So I was like, okay, let's go for a little bit cheaper but more power. That's what I need. I need it to last a long time. So that's what we did. But it's scary to invest and to drop that much money on something that I know I need, and I have needed for a while, because I knew, as my computer just is going to sleep now, but I knew I needed it. And so yeah, it was just scary. So on the way home, I had a bit of a panic attack. Not a bit of a panic attack. I did have a full, legit panic attack. I've only had 2 or 3 in my life. So I was like, what's going on? I don't understand. I drive because my husband's driving makes me sick. It literally makes me want to throw up. I have motion sickness. So I'm the one who drives. And so I was like, what's going on? And he made me pull over, and I had to take like 10 to 15 minutes to calm down and, you know, express what I was feeling. And yes, so it's a lot of money. But I know in the long term it's going to last at least 8 years. I'm hoping I can get 10 to 11, maybe 12 out of this one, and so it'll be worth it. So I got it all set up. It took a couple hours, but it's an absolutely beautiful setup. I love it. If you like Mac and don't want to spend a buttload of money for the color, the big, I don't know, monitor thing that has everything in it, that was like $1,300, and this Mac Mini was like $500. So I know it's quite a difference in price. And then the Acer monitor was maybe $2,000. So with taxes, it was a little over $1,000, which is a lot for us. Like we have to be really careful about groceries and, you know, just watch our spending, which it happens when we have to drop that much money. So I hope it's not, I don't think it's unusual. I think all of us have gone through times like that. So, you know, my channel is about me, and my life is messy sometimes, and this is one of the messes. And it's not just Flosstube that gets messy. It's not just my cross stitching that gets messy and I have to rip it out. Life gets messy sometimes, and this is one of the times. So yeah, just being honest. So what else did I do? I worked on my aunt's quilt. I cut it up. Everything looks beautiful. It's finally, the top is all together. It looks absolutely gorgeous. When she saw it, she was like, holy bleep, F word. It looks really nice. So I just got the batting for it. That's the soft stuff that goes in the middle that keeps it warm. And I already have the backing because she picked the backing when we were at the store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all together, sew it right sides together with the batting, and then I'm going to pull it like a pillowcase. When you're turning it inside out, pull it the right way. And then because my brother machine is still in the shop and I don't have it, I'm going to not free motion quilt it, but when you pull it from the inside to make it the right way, I'm going to tie it. It's tying it in specific spots to hold all 3 layers together so that it doesn't move around. And then sew it closed with the machine. So I'm only using the machine around the outside edges, and then for the middle parts where it's bulky and it's big, and my machine throat is like that big, so it can't hold very much. So I'm going to tie it with extra either yarn that I might have or embroidery floss that I don't use, some extra ones that are really old or something, or the color doesn't look right. So I'm going to do that. So it'll be tied in specific areas to hold all the pieces together. So it gives it a poofy look without having to try that hard. So when you free motion quilt it, it becomes very dense and flat and very stiff, whereas this is more puffy, kind of like a down blanket or down comforter. And then the other thing that we did this past week was we visited my in-laws. My in-laws live in North Andover, Mass. So we drove there, spent the day there. It was a long day, about a 2-hour drive. And so 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back, spent the day there, hung out. We're going again this Friday because it's the Indian celebration of Holi, which is where they throw the colors at each other. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be throwing colors, but maybe. If I do, I'll take some pictures and see if I can edit it somehow and put it in, but we'll see. It's really messy. You need to take a shower afterwards. So your clothes get dirty, they get stained. So I did it last year. I don't know about this year. Yes, so that's it. It was a long week. It was a lot of things happening, but, oh, and I also dyed the bottom of my hair. Not for Holi, it was a happy coincidence, but I used to have my whole hair this bright pink color, and when I went to India, because I didn't want to stand out as much as I would already stand out, because hello, I am pasty. Let's embrace the paste, people. I am quite pasty and white, and I stand out like a sore thumb because of also the blonde hair, and so I just decided I'm gonna just be just blonde when I go to India so that I don't attract unwanted attention. As an introvert, I just don't want anybody looking at me, and lots of people were looking at me. Lots of people wanted to take my picture for whatever reason. They wanted to take pictures with me. My husband says, and my best friend who's Tibetan, she says that this is normal in India, that when they see white people, they want to take their pictures. I don't know why. If you understand or know why, let me know in the comments, but this happened to me. A lot of the young school girls, when we were visiting the Taj Mahal, they were like, can we take your picture? And I thought they wanted me to take their picture, like in front of the Taj Mahal. And then they started gathering around me, and I was like, what's happening? And then they kept throwing their phones up and doing a bunch of selfies. And I was like, okay, you know, they're little girls, I don't mind, this is fine. So it was a little bit of a shock at first. But yeah, so now that I'm home and I'm kind of settled, I dyed my hair. I kind of like this, not all of it is pink, it's just kind of the underneath parts. So you've got blonde on top, and so I like it. So, all right, anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. I want to show you some haul that I got. It's only a little bit this week. Last week I told you that I had ordered a bunch of hoops, but they hadn't arrived, only that really gigantic one. So I'm gonna see if I can make this not so loud. Ooh, sorry. I know this is an ASMR, but still. I got some hoops. Let's see. So it's a 3-pack, small, medium, and a little bit larger. I mean, I would say that hoop that I could put my head in was really large. So this is kind of a good size, but 3 different sizes. Each box has 3 in them, 3 groupings in them, and so I got 4 boxes. I think it had like, I don't know, math is not my thing, never has been my thing, but I think it's like 24, I think. So a good number, and I wanted a various sizes because I like to do small to large cross stitch patterns. So I wanted to make sure, again, in this style of doing the hoop, I wanted to make sure I could get a good variation of my stuff in them. So I'm excited about these hoops, and I have, if you follow me on Instagram, I've actually finished that big piece and I've posted it on Instagram. I'm going to show you in a second, and it looks absolutely lovely. I think that I chose well. I think that, knowing myself, the hoops are my thing. The other way that I was doing it, if you don't follow Stitching with the Housewives, please do. They also do Flosstubes. They're absolutely wonderful. I follow them. I subscribe to their channel. I think they're great. But they do that style of putting fabric on the back in a couple layers, and it looks absolutely wonderful when they do it, not when I do it. I don't know why. Maybe it's my color palette is a lot brighter than theirs, so perhaps the color palette just doesn't work, and it just doesn't come off well. So I think this is my choice. But again, Stitching with the Housewives, they are absolutely lovely. They're a mother-daughter team. The daughter's name is also Chelsea. I think we were born in the same year. I think we're just a few months apart from each other. Or maybe I'm a year older, but I think she's 87 too. So yes, absolutely lovely mother-daughter team. I highly recommend, if you haven't subscribed to their channel, definitely do, because they're great. But yes, so this is all I got this week in terms of haul, but let me show you some finishes. So in terms of So this week, this is what's in the Etsy shop this week. I posted it on Monday. I finished it. So this is the big hoop that was bigger than my head that I could stick my head in. So I was able to fit the cross stitch in. You can see maybe you can see I've kind of hidden it well. First off, I can hang it, and it is hanging downstairs in my house. So I hang it, but there's a bunch of space here to here. That's just, the size of the fabric itself barely fit in the hoop. So I'll show you the back just to be honest and transparent. This is the back. I cut around to make it so it didn't stick out, the fabric, but you can see how close I was to not being able to get it to fit. Like, it barely fit in here. But I cut everything else around. Then I hot glued, once I got this in and I adjusted it how I wanted it, I hot glued all the extra down. So normally fabric, it wants to stick out. And so I cut it and then I forced it to stick flat. So I hot glued it down so you can't see it. And then I added a ribbon. I created the ribbon myself, the bow. First I put this through first because it would have been a hassle to work it through with the hot glue. So I put your hanging apparatus through first before you hot glue the bow down. But then I made the bow, I hot glued the bow itself together so that it wouldn't come undone. And then once it was all glued together, then I hot glued the button on to make sure it was sitting right. And then I hot glued this whole entire bow with the button onto, it's where you would tighten it. So it's hot glued to the front end of that. Then I intentionally hot glued the ribbon pieces down so that they would stay in place and not get laid in front of the stitching, because I worked so hard on it. I wanted it to be seen. And then on the edge pieces, I should have placed it a little better on this side, but at the ends, I put 2 little butterflies, which I have them here, I'll show them, and the SKU number, so if you like them, you can find them yourself. I'll also try and link them in the description box below as well. But these are the small, there are 3 sizes for the butterflies, small, medium, large. These are the small of each color. I'll take a step back so you can see. And this hangs in my living room. My husband's friend came over, he watches, hi Spencer, he watches my YouTube channels, and he was like, oh my God, that's big. That's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And I said, yes, it is. The 4-leaf clovers take, just a reminder, these take a ½ hour each. So you can kind of calculate how long it would take. And I'm a pretty fast stitcher, so that's for me. It might take you a little bit longer. These little guys are really, really quick. A reminder, I messed up here. That's totally me. The pattern is correct, but I was not paying attention, and I did not want to change it because that's real life. My life is messy. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I have panic attacks. And so I want to show you it's real life. Like, I mean, look at my background. You can't see my desk over here. There are a bunch of cups and breakfast stuff. It's hidden quite well, but my life can be messy. So it's my real life. So this is the finished product. I am so proud of it. I really love the sleek lines. Let me hang it for you. The sleek lines are really, really nice. They are my style. I think this is a lot better. Could I have put butterflies all the way around? If that's your style, you can totally do it. Multiple bows, top, bottom, left, and right, if you want to do that too. Whatever you want to do to make it your own. If you don't like the pink, you could choose a green check or solid pink, solid green, whatever color you want that works with you and your style and your house is absolutely wonderful. Like I said in other videos, if you don't like the center piece, you don't have to do the center. It can just be the outside. If you just like the center flowers, do that too. You know, whatever you want. It is super, super lovely. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I might have stitched the middle bit wrong too. That wouldn't surprise me. Let's be honest. It wouldn't surprise me. I think it's too far over this way. I think it needed to be centered, but on my pattern it's perfectly fine, so I think I did something wrong. So it is what it is. I'm not going back and fixing it. I didn't even notice till just now. So it is what it is. But you can follow on my Instagram at Vermont Stitchy Co, all one word, or my Etsy shop, which is Vermont Stitchy Co, that's all one word, .etsy.com. Again, those are linked in the description below. If you like this pattern, you can find it there. Again, there's no obligation to buy from me. I just really enjoy cross stitching. I want to share it with you. So yeah, I'm really, really proud of this one. I've got another one to show you. Oopsies, almost broke the wing of whatever the butterflies. I hope I didn't break the wing. Oops. This is what's gonna pop up. This will be on the Etsy shop next week, next Monday, but I'll show you a really quick look. This is in the, where are the hoops? It's in this medium one, what I'm calling medium. It's in this medium hoop right now. So there's small, medium, and then the large. It's in the medium. Really quickly. So this didn't take me, this took a day. What a day would be, like 8 hours. So this took about 8 hours to do. It's in the hoop. You can see that I haven't cut anything yet. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna cut it. I'm gonna try and save this upper portion to be able to use at a later time, because to throw it away would be a waste. It's such a beautiful blue color. I dyed this myself with RIT dye aquamarine on top of a white 14 count Ada. This one, although looks white, is a 14 count iridescent, which I don't think you can quite get on the camera on the video, but there is a sparkle in there. It does, the iridescent has a shine in the fabric. Don't know how they did that. I didn't do it myself. Yeah, I'm not sure how they did that. It looks like there's woven in that there's some sort of thread that is kind of a see-through shimmer glittery thing. But this I did dye myself. 14 count Ada white. I RIT dyed it aquamarine. You can buy a RIT dye at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's I don't think exists anymore, but maybe there's one near you. Really simple, really easy to do. So I put it on here. So what I'll do is I'll hot glue it down once I've cut it, hot glued it, and then I'll tie a bow, probably that same color, because I like that kind of pink check look. And I might do a butterfly. I don't know, the butterflies are really big now. There's a medium. Oh no, one of the antennae are gone. And then a large, so you can see the difference. And this is the SKU number in case you're interested. That's for the purple ones that I just showed you. And then these are the pink, maybe? I don't remember the color. I don't remember what it's called. So that one is called Spring is Sprung, and that one will be on the Etsy shop next Monday. I try and put them on, around 9 a.m. in the morning, and then I'll post on Instagram to show that it's up there. And then finally, I don't know if you guys remembered in one of the videos, I got a big haul from 123 Stitch as part of a birthday gift from my stepmother. She gave me a gift card, so I went wild and bought a bunch of stuff and bought some white. The iridescent 14 count Ada was in that pack. There's like a seafoam green color and this black. Because I've never stitched, you can see I am stitching right now. I've never stitched. This is the what's gonna come out hopefully not next week but the following week. I've never stitched on black. It is so difficult. I was not expecting this to be so difficult. I did this last night. It's going to be this is a frame. They're going to be 2 of them, and they're going to be little stories, 2 little stories. Same with the spring theme that I have, and I'll just say it's about a rabbit. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. But it's super hard to stitch on. Now this could be because I was doing it at night, so I just had my little neck light, and I tried to put, I have a blanket that's white, and so I had that underneath this, but it was still really difficult to see. So I'm not quite sure if I like it. This is 14 count black Aida. And you can see it is see-through. You can see my neck through it. So it is see-through. But the way I hold my cross stitch, just to give you an example, I hold it in hand. So I hold the back, this is the back. I hold the back like this, and my needle hits my finger, and then my finger helps push it through to get up to through the second hole. And when my finger's in front, obviously, I can't see the hole. And so it makes it really difficult. And I don't like the poke and pull. I don't know if that's the real method, if that's what it's called, but where you poke the needle in the top and pull it through the bottom, and then poke up and then pull it through. I don't like that method if my arm is moving too much and I have shoulder neck issues. And normally I'm really fast with this method because I can just go along like this. So I don't know. We'll see. It's not my favorite color to work with so far. It's just really, really dark, but maybe after work, because there'll be more light because I end at 2. It's not anywhere near 2 right now, but maybe there'll be more light and I can sit in a patch of sunshine, and maybe I'll have a better time doing it. I don't know. But because this is so big, I was losing count and trying to find the holes, and a few times I hit the wrong space, so my X's are going to be bigger than they should, so it's going to look a little wonky. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. This might be I might only just do this one in black and then do the matching one in the seafoam, or I don't know. But I started it on black, so I feel like I have to finish both of them on black. So we'll see how this turns out. I might get really frustrated and throw it down and start over again, and then just rip this out. And I don't know if I hate black so much, I don't think I'm going to use it again, because it's really difficult to see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to like it. I told my husband as I was doing it, I was like, man, it's so hard. I can't see. And he turned to me and went, really? You can't see the black on black fabric? And I kind of dug my heels in, and trying to prove him wrong was like, I'm going to do it anyways. And now I've kind of screwed myself, I think. Oh well, it'll be a challenge. We all have to challenge ourselves, right? Right? That's good for our brains, right? Right? That's what I'm going to tell myself, at least. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully, you can see it's going to be quite long. This is a 18 by 24 piece of 14 count Aida. So it's almost 18 inches long. This is 179. Yes, the pink is 179 stitches across by 60 stitches up. And then there will be a white on the outside of the pink directly next to it. So it makes it 180 stitches by 61 stitches up. So it is quite a large piece, but this is 60. So it's not going to go past here, and it's not going to go past here. So it's quite a large piece. My idea was, some people like to finish pieces that are long like this on spools, or jars of some kind where you would wrap it around. You'd cut it to size, to just a little bit bigger than this, and wrap it around the round object so that it spins and it tells a story. And so that was my idea here. You could do that. I'm gonna have two, so they would match. So you could do two, you would cut them individually and you would do two separate spools, canisters, jugs, whatever, and it could spin and each one would tell a story. I can't put this in a hoop. I don't know of a hoop that is rectangle like this. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I might just cut it to size and then frame it both. So it's a story on top and the finish of the story on bottom in a frame, like a frame with glass or something on the front. So we'll see. I don't know. If I can find a rectangular hoop, maybe that would be cool. There is no round hoop that's gonna hold this, I don't think. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my stitching for the week. Those are my updates for the week. I'm just checking my notes. Yeah, nothing else that I have for this Flosstube. Just a reminder again, if you could help me get to 50 subscribers, we're going to have a prize where you can choose one of my cross stitch patterns for free off of my Etsy shop page. More than it's just going to be free. So when we hit 50, 5 people, and we're going to keep doing that when I hit milestones, 100, we're going to do something else. As we move up, 500 will be next, whatever. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that many people. I hope I do, but I'm just looking for 50 right now. And I've got almost 30 right now, and I'm so grateful for everybody who has joined my community, who has subscribed, who continues to watch. I really appreciate everything that you're doing, because it means that maybe I'm doing something right, and that's important for me. That maybe I have some people who like what I have to say, who like my messy life, who like my cats, who like my cross stitching. Even if you're not buying it, even just, again, there's no obligation when you're here. You don't need to buy any of my stuff. Just coming every Wednesday, once a week, and watching means the world to me. It means that somebody likes something that I do. And I'm going to keep doing it, even if in a year, like I've said before, I'm giving myself a year. If I never sell anything again on my Etsy shop, I'll close up, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop my Flosstube. I'm gonna continue to make patterns for myself because it makes me happy. These patterns make me happy. That's what I'm making. That's who I'm making them for, is for me. If somebody happens to like them, that's great. And I really, that makes my heart happy, so happy. But right now, I just really appreciate those of you who continue with me on this journey. I can't express enough how much it means to me to know that I have people who are subscribing, people who are coming back to watch me, to watch what I have to say. It means the world. So thank you so much for you subscribers. Thank you for you newcomers who have just found me maybe today. It really means a lot. I appreciate it. And if you can help me, hit the thumbs up, like button to help my community grow, to meet that 50 subscriber mark so I can give away some prizes for you guys. Yeah, so thank you. I will talk to you next week. Have a wonderful week. And try some cross stitching if you're new. I know you can do it. I want you to be successful. So don't give up on yourself. Try something new today, because I think you'll find you enjoy it. I'm doing it with the black. I mean, I don't quite enjoy that because the black fabric is really tricky, but try some white fabric. You might like it, or a different color. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye.